bad news. We have embarked on the roadmap. We started the reorganization of polling stations yesterday and demarcation of electoral areas. And that exercise is going to go on up to the 16th of this month. Let me start with the organization. We are conducting the reorganization in the whole district, and we are handling majorly 4 activities. 1, polling stations which are above 900 voters. We are going to split them into 2, so that we reduce on the time spent in long lines. So we are going to be moving around and we identify those polling stations, and we shall conduct the residents, and we split into those. We split those polling stations. The second one, we have some polling stations which are located in contested areas, like bars. So we are likely to relocate them to the centers which are convenient. The third one, we are going to rename some other polling stations so that they reflect their name, the location. For instance, if we are having a polling station that is located at the primary school and it is called Saruti, we shall rename it to reflect the primary school where it is located. Then, the first one, we are going to merge some of the polling stations with few voters. But this one may not apply in the Nyamwamba Town Council. Division. Oh, sorry, Nyamwamba Division, I beg your pardon. So, that is what we are doing in reorganization. Unfortunately, we cannot involve you as politicians, because you cannot be a player at the same time a referee. So we are working closely with the demarcation officer, who is our supervisor, and the division clerk, and the town agents, and the planner. That is the one activity we are doing. We are redemarcating electoral areas for representation. In the 2020, they passed electoral reforms late when we had started activities. And these electoral reforms came with implications, particularly on the population quota of representation. Let me restrict myself at a division level. Initially, a councillor that was representing electoral area to municipality, the population quota was 6,000. But after the electoral reforms, they increased them to 15,000 population quota. Then at the division level, the population quota was 3,000. Then the reforms, they increased them to 7,000. So that one has got implications. One, for the directly elected councillors, Nyamwamba division we've been having 15 directly elected councillors. Now they reduced to 9. Let me say it again. When they passed the reforms, they increased the population quota. At the division level, a councillor from the ward representing municipal council was supposed to represent 6,000 people, the population. They increased it to 15. So, initially we used to have a ward which would be divided into electoral areas. I will give an example, but let me restrict myself to Nyamwamba division. Because that Nyamwamba division, now we look at the division, the ward representation to division. Now, the ward representation to division was, a council was supposed to represent 3,000, at least 3,000 people. Now, they increased it to 7,000. That is in section 108 of the Local Government Act, as amended. What is the implication? Nyamwamba division, for instance, Kanyangeya ward, which had a population of 13,018, Kanyangeya, yes, 13,000, we would divide it into, we divide 13 by 3, and we would get 4 electoral areas. Now that would made that made Kamurkwizi electoral area, Kanyangeya ward, Sabut A and Sabut B. Right? So meaning that now you have 4 councillors representing 1 ward. 2026 you are going to have only 1 councillor. One. Let me start with Dek, okay? Then Habitant and Chitoro Mumbuzi electoral areas. We had 2 councillors for Nyamwamba, 2 wards. We are going to have 1 councillor for direct elected. Rukoch Ward A and Rukoch Ward B has gone back to be merged. We are going to have 1 councillor. Then Nyakasanga 3 ward, Nyakasanga 3 ward West, those 2 councillors. We are going to have Nyakasanga 3 ward as 1 electoral area. Then Nyakasanga 1. Nyakasanga 1, we've been having Chisagazi, Chizungu, and Umoja, 3 councillors. Because it has the highest population, we are reducing from 3 councillors to 2. So, right now, after I will make an appointment with the division councillor, and we see how we are going to divide. That, yes. So division town clerk. We see how we are going to divide Nyakasanga 1 ward into 2 electoral areas. So we shall have 2 electoral areas. So we shall no longer have Chisanga ward remains, because the basic unit of administration is a ward. It remains with 1 councillor, and as well as scheme ward will also remain with 1 councillor. So the 15 councillors have gone to 9. I go to women councillors. 11. Chisagazi stroke Umoja 1 councillor. Chizungu, Kanyangeya and Kamurkwizi was also having 1 councillor. Salute alone, Rukoch Ward, Ward B and A, Chisanga Ward, Nyakasanga Ward, Scheme, Chihara Ward, and Nyakasanga 2. Now, those were 11 councillors. We are reducing them to 8. Yes. So that means each ward will have woman councillor. We are not going to merge, we are not going to split. So every ward will have a woman councillor. So how do we reach it on that formula?
Silence, members. Those are good news and bad.
The law provides that a third of the council must be women. Now, when we are arriving on the third, we get direct elected councillors, youth councillors, older persons, and PWDs. We divide by 2, and we get a third of the women. If I had a board here, I would have taken through that formula of how we arrive at a third. Unfortunately, we don't have it, but I can as well. That is how we do what we arrive at. So we shall have 9 direct elected councillors. Out of the 9, we are going to split only Nyakasanga ward. Nyakasanga 1 ward. Then we shall have 8 women councillors, whereby each ward will be represented by what? 1 woman. Okay? I'm a messenger. By the road. So when you are passing these roads, you must know the implication. So that is what we are doing, and the demarcation we do it with the division clerk and the planner and the town agents, because we cannot involve you as politicians. There is what they call gerrymandering. It was a famous American called gerrymander. When you involve politicians, they will take you to a village where they don't support him or her, and it is carved out of the electoral area. So you leave us to do our technical work. Then if there are issues we are going to display these electoral areas, you raise. Then we come back and we contact the technical people. But most importantly, when we are doing these ones, we take like 2 or 3 considerations. 1, highest population of the area is the best. Then secondly, we look at the geographical representation. For instance, you may be having a ward, which is too isolated in its own, assuming Kanyangea is just within the park, but it is in the municipality. We cannot combine it with Chisanga, because between Chisanga and Kanyangea there are so many electoral areas, and we cannot have one representation. So that's what we look at: geographical area, population, and those are some of the considerations we do. But we do them technically with the technical team. So I call upon you as politicians. If you are planning 2026, take that into consideration. You go into competition, well knowing. Okay? I thank you very much for listening to me, for God and my country.
Let us monitor and supervise government programs, more especially PDM. Mr. Speaker shouldn't be surprised to say that some of our members don't know even what PDM is. They may not be knowing what level has PDM gone to. So let us go do the work by supervising government programs and making sure that there is value for the money. Mr. Speaker, I conclude by conveying my message to the Speaker of the Kasese municipality that Kasese municipality involves or includes Nyamwamba division. And for the purpose of public accountability, transparency, whatever project you budget there to implement in Nyamwamba division, please tell us the amount of money and scope of work that you are coming to do, so that you also communicate that to the community members, and everyone becomes a supervisor of that project. Most of the projects implemented from Kasese Municipal Council to Nyamwamba Division, no bills of quantity. So we supervise, sometimes we supervise things in darkness. You are supposed to provide us with those kind of write-up so that we follow them up. And at this material time, I will remain saying, we are now going to a 2024-2025 financial year. We still demand accountability for road fund for Nyamwamba division. How much did you share to us out of 1 billion? So that we can realize if there is value for money. Honorable Council, that money is a conditional fund. You can't spend it elsewhere other than on roads. And the roads are only universal utility in the community. Nowhere border utilize the road. Or some utilize the road. So we must effectively emphasize on road construction and maintenance. Mr. Speaker, I submit.
Otherwise, what's Kanza Trumini, Esasente, Escarwa, Eguanda Sikaso municipality, Eserico Shamwood, you train your member division for Katunga Pasinga. Mr. Speaker, you try to carry out Tokako location H. Shamwood. A changa te Nangatoke Tebako, Casamaltoro, a Shamwood, esse scheme, it will teach a Chizungu, it will teach a Kochi, it will teach a Nyakasanga 2, it will teach a Chirembe, it will sing a municipality. Never, Mr. Speaker, a changa si, Okasha send a million speaker, and your chairperson can yapa mean. Matwa Hamba or Chirembe, Tromova no. Yo orange hard. Nerio Tromotsko to Kanane Chirembe. Chirembe are very kahwa. The unfortunately sent a Sicilia Seramu to Muma, or what very can I continue new communities. What you can trade is a million become time. It's a million become time. Of course, Cassi Avera, a Mibiri, a wax, or quite so see. Tromatuka, Wahiriga, Chirembe, is a million become Benny, Nescawamu. Tromani Kanya to Essend, Scandal Chara, and it Eshaporan Marseille. Marseille to go to Yakasahai, it was Tamboka, it was Chidiven. Nechihara, Tromani Kanya to Kesha to Kachara, a Chara road, deserve Hadia, to Kakita. The room in Sea. The best assembly show she got to get rid of this in Mr. Kerrewa. Charcoal Langara to zero, a chama, a chamarin. Amadu de Rich Hara, the Wapam Jarabo Masamasa. Then you promote Trotz for a sport marani. Meanwhile, as a sentence to scan just cover and naked so it is a rise and you come to town. The Royal Cora, who was so to Kenya. It was come a maramu and say, wait to chairperson and a member of the council. And give us kid into Root can quality, can do Cora, as a send show, Sika and of account. Let it was Corane, Marseille. What are you going up to this Sham, a Shan and a name, as a Catrulia, no. Nedio scheme, Amajo Wasilia. The Banning and the Mulim and Armai. Ganum Samale Rubo, and then I mean, any time, any day accident, you're not correct, you're going to ban a car. When to reach you, and I saw one of it to wrong way. Every community to make a regular committee, what to get the Yak, what can Yak, contract for recommendation, you have to get shut from a council, over the 12 young at Chanako, Troke, and what a world. To let somebody see you have sat to now it. Name to me and young how you much zoom, Poker Makatari, Poker Makatari, Patam, almost is Mutumba, yet I'm going to Rumbio. I never got about to another Kataka, equal number of Chakareta, and a Kaku. Next by name the sim to come to now taking good team of engineers to now, but now to see. Baba coming here, Shakalva issue, ever mean the Calva Troll, good theatre, but go on Chavana Calva Tabaka. Nichi, Echo to Kerman, no knowing the Alga Bacare, Shakalva, Tisha, a year with him, you can come up in your green, no cody, Neria, the other rule. Wait to Hemba to Nimri Bianco quite to Petru and Saya, and to Nemo, and Banana Kenda of engineers between our now challenges. Martin the Travetron Honorable Casereka about the same. Took up complaining, engineer, Tamata, I need to be in fact the young gentleman Casereka for you. To the church family. Neshango tushema ruko ushishi chorus ngoko bana mwenda bakasara emitahimba eyangabeni kasengija amaetse na kasasiru amaetse ngiro mwashakari vatsi na kasasiru kashiyeli yisha mtu wanasanganisha sisi watu college eba bili sana mtu tuwekera aho tunaona dukasere boyu twama inge jinga meya twama kora meya na engineer twama sa twama rambulisha kalba siesu ni sasa ni process la ndaba bakatema so tune committee every tuelezi doko shangu tumanga na bino tinga hanu na ninga bino tinga nangasha mtu mu committee twika rakuno maminta moyo tungasha lelo ngo tukabindile ya nipe committee ya ngatoka yako rakushu kwa recommendation ya central makaso wasinja Mr. Speaker gari kana ya na banda member watu nao wakendongera hapo.
Actually, mine is thanking. I thank the office of the LOC3 here and the Honorable House to make our part down here very fantastic on our funds. To have the school, tailoring school is running well. People are running, some mothers, younger mothers, dropouts are doing well, and here I thank this office of the LC3 and the house at large. Another number is I thank my honorable councilors from these areas, Madam Scovia and Honorable Kapi, who are trying to move. The motion is here to get either to open some roads in our areas. Now, I again send you, honorables from my area, that you have a church, SDA church, has been promoted from Morocco. Maybe it's now a parish. It's now a parish. Capturing the down part. The old churches of the down part are now gathering at SDA church in Salute A. Here I say, and I beg, my honorable councilors, we need a road, opening the road on that parish. It has no road, please, it has no access. As I went up, sir, there is a problem we have here. Let me push it on the conjo. Yes, a model, you see, this area is very shabby. To a health center, kunde omonyo you will see a very shabby, a bushy, in the forest. Na bringa ban asa modu ngoro kwamiti you tema muri ne biyenje mo batemiti yi nimiti shengo sikatu bebele baba na bebe sukuru. That's what he replied. But in the salon enyamba division kashwe no mutu etika asa modo at least ngokolo panzera omanyawo akolewo ngo standard college iwana miti iwana kuna hakali tuburo mbaka na okuiva evendrubia esha edusanga ifesi ya Salute Health Center 2 abasiba kabisa mamochi chasa modo echo bakalomba bakiva so aho tutaje tsebo ahabo asa modo erebi enyauti bush area. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you so much.